you planning to study abroad? Do you want to know more about universities that can offer you access with the benefits of European students? Hi, and thank you for joining this live stream study at Anglia Ruskin University College. If you are interested in studying your undergraduate or pre-master programs at Anglia Ruskin University College, this live stream is for you. My name is Bustamante. I am Recruitment Manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an education agency which helps you to apply to study abroad. We have different destinations like the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Holland, Malta, Cyprus, Germany, and many other destinations. You just have to contact us. You have here our WhatsApp number, our email address, and you can ask for your free guidance session. Don't forget to follow us in our social media. We are in Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find us as Global Studies UK. And today we will be talking about Anglia Ruskin University College. We will be with Bethan Howe. She's a student recruitment coordinator for ARUC College. Hi, Bethan. How are you?
Hi, Hugo. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you. Fine. Thank you, Bethan. And we are really excited. We want to know more about Anglia Ruskin University College and the options that you have. And we have a short video to introduce the students to know a little bit more about ARUC College.
Anglia Ruskin University is a very good opportunity for you to find a better future.
The UK is just a friendly environment, it's multicultural.
It's one of the best countries where you could get the degree because it will be recognized worldwide.
Anglia Ruskin has very affordable fees.
Here in ARU, it's not only about the education and study, it's about the experience here.
Be sure that you're going to find a new family and Anglia Ruskin will make you feel at home.
I think I made the right choice. You're coming in a different country, a foreign country, but our university just make you feel you're a part of it.
I was part of the international body scheme. Someone will be a friend for you that will meet you from the airport when you arrived, then help you settle in.
There was a pickup service. It gave me peace of mind, and my parents were also very comfortable knowing that I'm going to safe hands.
I feel so comfortable and I was so happy that the university is being so supportive.
Here in ARU, they have module leaders, they have course leaders. So additionally, if we have certain doubts or something, we can always have a face-to-face, one-on-one discussion with them and we can clear our doubts.
Anglia Ruskin University have a great language course and have a great language support.
My supervisor is very expert in my study area. She always shares her experience, her knowledge.
Really, the personal tutors, whenever we have any problem regarding the studies or anything, we can go back to them.
You have that interaction with the teachers and the students and have time to develop your own opinion.
I really think there's some incredible facilities here. Specifically, I kind of fell in love with the Bloomberg Suite. We started the Anglia Ruskin Investment Group, which is generally just a gathering of students with an interest for finance, financial markets and investing.
The science facilities here are amazing.
I like the fact that the class is diverse in so many ways.
I love this campus. It's very nice. It's a good atmosphere.
There's so much history and just so much knowledge in the city of Cambridge that I just love learning about and love seeing.
I love the environment, and in terms of the space, there's a lot of green where you can just sit around and just relax to get your mind off things.
I have got everything in Chelmsford.
Everything is close to us. It's very close to London, like 30 to 40 minutes you'd be in London.
If you live on campus, everything is quite convenient.
I live in a student village. Everything is walking distance.
Safety is something I really need to mention because within the uni you've got like 24/7 security.
You can walk back to your home from the university very safely.
While studying here, I've had the opportunity to travel around the UK. I absolutely love it.
It's so connected with other European countries.
So I've been to Sweden, to Malta,
Paris,
and Italy,
Amsterdam.
I went to Morocco, Croatia.
It's cheap tickets. It's easy to find the way how to travel.
The best piece of advice I could give would be just come with an open mind.
Don't be shy to ask for help.
Don't bring a lot of stuff. You can buy everything here.
And get ready for adventure, for your lifetime studying away from home.
I think that's the essence of Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah.
They give us a chance to represent where we come from or what our cultures are.
Anglia Ruskin has been a really inspiring place for me, and I'm really excited for my future.
Bethan, we are ready to start with your presentation, and I want to remember the people that is listening to us that you can write down your questions now during the presentation, and after the presentation we will be answering the questions.
Lovely. Thank you, Hugo, and welcome everyone. And I'd firstly just like to thank Global Studies again for having us here today, and I hope you're all sat nice, safe and sound and ready to hear more about our university. So my name is Beth. I am the Student Recruitment Coordinator here at Anglia Ruskin University College. I'll go into a little bit more detail about where we are to begin with, followed by a bit of information about the cities that we're based in, also with our courses, what types of things we have on offer, and a bit more about how to apply as well. As Hugo mentioned, please do feel free to write down any questions throughout the presentation, and we can hopefully answer them at the end. If not, we will take the information away and try and get an email out to you as soon as possible. So where is Anglia Ruskin University College? You probably saw on the video that we are very close to London. That is a really good opportunity for students because students love going to London. It's very touristy, there's lots going on. But also being in the cities of Cambridge and Chelmsford, there is a lot to offer as well. So from Cambridge, London is only 50 minutes by train, and from Chelmsford, you're only 30 minutes by train as well. If you're looking to come to the UK, if you're not already based here, there is an airport which is only 25 minutes away from Cambridge, and it's only 35 minutes away by bus from Chelmsford as well. So we're very, very accessible. We have 2 cities ourselves, and then there's also London on your doorstep as well, which you're more than welcome to visit at any time. So why ARU? So Anglia Ruskin University is within one of the top 150 best universities in Europe. Okay. Depending on which course you're interested in, we have various different courses on offer. Our education and sport education courses are voted #1. We are top 15 in the UK for optometry and the other courses listed there. We are within the top 150 for our health education courses, which I'll touch on a little bit later on. And as you will see from the statistics there, we really, really proud ourselves on how well we've done as a university as a whole. So why Anglia Ruskin University College? Firstly, we do a joint CAS, okay, so that's only one visa application for the entire length of your studies. There are a couple of exceptions, but again, I'll go into those later on. We have a really, really wide range of both undergraduate and postgraduate programs available to students. We offer foundation first year degree and pre-master's degree. We have 3 intakes, that is May, September and January. Please do just note though, the May intake will be only for our international students. So if you are a UK or an EU student currently for the September and January intakes only. As I mentioned, we have 2 campuses in Cambridge and Chelmsford. We have a 94% progression rate from ARU College onto the university, and we require an IELTS of 5.5, and that is for all of our programs at the moment. I've also added in here a small diagram which shows you the split of our international EU and UK students, just to give you an idea of how diverse our university college is. Okay, so tell me about Cambridge. If you have not visited the city before, this is why I like to add pictures into the presentation, because it's really, really difficult for you to get an idea of what it looks like unless you actually do some Googling and find some pictures yourself. So as you will see, Cambridge is a fantastic place to live. There's lots of green spaces, there's lots going on. It is within the top 10 most visited cities in the UK. It has the highest graduate employment rate in the UK as well, the second highest average salaries. It has a very rich academic historical city in terms of its history. We have the University of Cambridge, which I'm sure you've all heard of, and various other things going on. It's also worth noting that we do have various different market leaders putting their bases in our city. So, for example, places like AstraZeneca, companies like that, they have set up shop in Cambridge. So, as you can imagine, that offers a lot of potential to students who might want to go on to work for those companies post-university. So I've just popped down some top tips for living in the city. Transport, firstly, the first thing you'll notice actually when you come to Cambridge is the bicycles. They are absolutely everywhere. They are a free and easy way to get around the city. So we have a lot of students who do buy a bike when they arrive, just because it is the easiest way to get around. There's food and drink everywhere, so our campus is within the city centre. So on your doorstep, you have various restaurants and supermarkets, ranging from very cheap within your student budget, or if you've got a slightly bigger budget, there's mid-range and expensive options for you as well. There are two main shopping centres and lots of independent cobbled streets, with whatever you'd like to buy, you can guarantee you will find it in Cambridge. There's also lots of things to do. So punting, if you notice the photo that I put on previously of the river, that is what we call punting in Cambridge. It's a really fun thing to do in summer. There's also various different museums, galleries, we have botanical gardens, we have obviously the University of Cambridge, which is a tourist attraction in itself, plus nightlife, cinemas and gyms and everything else which you'd like to make the most of during your time studying here. Now I've got a little bit more information about Chelmsford. So Chelmsford is slightly different to Cambridge. It is a much more modern city, and you will notice that just by walking around Chelmsford. Our campus is very, very modern. It wasn't built that long ago, but there is still lots and lots of green areas within Chelmsford, and obviously you're closer to London as well. I have put down a few interesting facts on the screen there if you'd like to read through. But as I said, it's very similar to Cambridge in terms of it has got everything you need. It's just slightly more modern. So top tips for living in Chelmsford. Our Chelmsford campus is slightly further away than the Cambridge campus in terms of the city. So the best way to get around Chelmsford is probably by bus. Food and drink, again, very similar to Cambridge. You have lots of very cheap, mid-range and expensive options out there depending on your budget. There are supermarkets which are all within walking distance. Okay, so if you think about where campus is, you can easily walk 10 or 15 minutes and there is a supermarket nearby. There is a lot more shopping in Chelmsford if that's something that you're looking for at university. So in the shopping centre, they have all of the main shops and they also have retail parks close by as well. In terms of things to do, again, similar to Cambridge, there are various different parks, museums, theatres. They have horse racing down in Chelmsford as well. And they have tourist attractions such as Highlands House. And again, nightlife, cinemas, gym. And don't forget to make the most of student discounts whilst you're studying at university as well. For any more information on the cities, we have got a page on our website, which I'll put the link at the bottom there, but I can also pop it in the chat box at the end if anyone needs it to hand. Okay, so I'm going to speak a little bit about our course portfolio now and what we have to offer. As I mentioned at the beginning, we have one of the widest ranges of courses available to students at ARU College. So for undergraduate, you can see on the screen there, on the left, that's all our various different courses we have on offer. And on the right, that is a breakdown of what that could look like for you. So if you were to enter at our foundation level, we have there, it's 2 trimesters, and below that are the requirements for that as well. If you meet the requirements to get into first year degree, you can also have the opportunity to study with ARU College. That is an integrated program where you are going straight to the university. But at ARU College, we help you settle and we also teach you some of those modules as well. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning, there are 3 intakes available. So for UK and EU students, that's September and January. For international, they have the added May intake as well. In terms of courses, another thing which I did want to touch on, for our healthcare courses, we do have a public health route into nursing, which I will share some more information with you, about later on. We also have our Working with Children, Families and Communities degree. So for anyone who is a UK or an EU student looking to go into social work, this could be a pathway for you. In terms of postgraduate, we have a slightly smaller portfolio of courses, but they still cover a really wide range of degrees. So this would be 1 trimester, which is around about 3 months long. There are 3 intakes available. Your English requirements are the same, so that's IELTS 5.5. There is an academic requirement of 15 plus years education or completion of a recognised bachelor's degree. The pre-master is at our Cambridge campus only, and most choices of pre-master programs are available in September intake. So key dates to remember, the next one coming up would be for our September intake, which we've already got lots of applications for, which is really, really exciting. So our undergraduate degree, the registration for new students will start on the 12th of September, and your trimester 1 will start on the 19th of September. So I'll give you just a second now to note those down if you need to. Okay, so one of the first questions we're usually asked is about accommodation. So there are various different options available to students. It can depend on what you are looking for, whether that is your own bathroom or whether you'd like to share with lots of people or not so many people. There is an option for everyone, but that does affect the cost. So in Cambridge on campus, you're looking at around about £102 to £170 per week. And that is on the campus, okay? So you leave your front door and you're already ready to go into your lectures because they're only a short walking distance away. Off campus, it is cheaper, but you have to bear in mind you might need to get transport to the campus. So that is £93 to £205 per week. Again, it can change depending on what your preferences are and who you want to live with and what facilities you're looking for as well. In Chelmsford, we have our student village. So that is approximately £128 to £146 per week. My best piece of advice about accommodation is just to visit our website. Okay, so you need to be having a look on there, write down a list of what you're looking for as well, because that might help you decide. And also please bear in mind that if you are under 18, you will need to get in contact with our accommodation office at ARU College, because there are certain accommodations which don't accept under 18s and others which do. So please do get in touch with us and we can recommend the best accommodation for you if you fit into the under 18 category. Okay, so settling in. Now, we know at ARU College that it can be quite daunting going to university. So we want to make sure that this whole process for you is exciting and also as comfortable as possible. So alongside the events which we do in September, such as Freshers Week and everything like that, at ARU College we also have various other programs available. So each student will have a personal development tutor, okay? They're the person that you will go to when you need support or advice or guidance. You can also discuss anything not degree related. Okay, so if you have any problems with, say, your mental health or finance issues, anything like that, they will be the first person which you go to. We also have our Compass program, okay, the collective, and our modules are designed to suit the needs of your student. So they are designed to get you up towards the university level to be able to then progress into the university, comfortable with the knowledge you've got so far. And at the bottom there, student support and wellbeing. I've already touched on this when I mentioned the personal development tutor, but at both ARU and ARU College, there are a wide range of services available to you. Okay, so whether that is wellbeing or finance, or even if you're just thinking, I don't know what I want to do after I leave my degree, or you're unsure, there's an employability hub, and we're really, really proud of those services that we have to offer. So whatever your questions are, whatever your worries are, please let us know and we can help you in the best way possible. So how to apply for a UK student, so a domestic student, you can apply through UCAS, okay? For a UK or a EU pre-settled or settled status student, you can also apply through UCAS, however, you can also apply directly. So the best way to do this would be to speak to an agent. They can submit your application through our website with you, and then we take it forward from there and we can offer you a conditional offer. If you need more information on that, again, I will share the link at the end, and there's a very easy breakdown on our website on what that application form may look like for you. So student loans company funding, for those of you who do fit into the UK or EU pre-settled or settled status, you should be able to access student loans company funding. Now, our tuition fees are on the screen there. So your first stage, which is foundation, if you were to enter at that level, would be £9,250 for the year. You've then got your second and third year, which are all the same price as well. Postgraduate is a little bit different, so I'll let you read through those figures on the bottom there if that applies to you. Please just note, if you are an international student who does not fit into the UK or EU pre-settled or settled student status, you will be paying different fees which fit under international. I haven't touched on those during this presentation, because I'm pretty certain that everyone here does fit into the UK or EU category, but if you are an international student, please do check out our website because we have a separate diagram just like this one for international students as well. Just before I finish off, I wanted to highlight one of our student quotes on the screen here. So when I first arrived in Cambridge campus, the first thing I noticed was how helpful and friendly everyone was. When I was dropped off by the taxi on campus, there was a university ambassador that came to greet me and led the way to get my accommodation keys. He also helped me to carry my luggage all the way to Peace Taylor House, which I did not expect. So at ARU College, just to finish off, we really do appreciate the little details. Okay, we want you to feel happy, comfortable and excited to be studying with us. And we will do everything in our power to make sure that that is the case for you. Okay, my last piece of advice before we go on to questions would be, I would say, to do your research. I've given you a lot of information here and I could probably give you lots more, But all of that information can be found online, and also just talk to us. Okay, so we're really happy to help. Even if you just have a query which you're not sure on, just drop us an email or speak to your agent and ask them. Okay, so the more research you do, the happier you are with your decision, and the more we can support you as well.
Thank you, Bethan, for all the information you have given. And Bethan, we wanted to know, please, if you could tell us which is the deadline to submit the applications for these intakes. You told us that you have a January, May, and September intake. Yes.
Yes. So we haven't yet finalised our intake deadline for September. However, we do have our early bird discount available to students who are self-funded. So for any students that do fall into that category, we advise that they sign up and pay their deposit by the 22nd of June. For those who are student loans company funded instead of self-funded, we will be in touch to let Global Studies know the final deadline for applications.
Okay. Thank you, Bethan. And could you please tell us about the deadline to register for the internal English exam for the university, and what tips would be useful for the students to have in mind?
Sorry, is that the top tips for the English exam?
The English exam, yes, the internal English exam.
Internal English exam, okay. If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure that I'm not very familiar with with the ELPT exam that we have on offer. My best piece of advice for students would be to secure your English exam as soon as possible. But in terms of deadlines, I will need to find out and I will let you know if that's okay.
Okay. Bethan, there's another question, please. What are the requirements and what degrees can be done in an accelerated degree?
So we do have a few degrees on offer within the accelerated program. I will need to double check exactly what those are. Let me see if I can find those right now.
Not only do you tend to do here practical degrees,
bear with me 2 seconds. I know that we do have one with business, however, we're yet to confirm the pathway into that. So I don't want to fully confirm that that is going ahead. However, there is that option available to students in future potentially. There is also an education-based course, which is our primary education studies, which is a 2-year accelerated program. Again, that is in a similar position in terms of we will need to confirm with the faculty at Anglia Ruskin University that we can promote a pathway onto that program. So I'd wait for our confirmation on that one, if that's okay. But yes, we do offer them, and we just need to make sure that it's the right pathway for a student to join us with first.
Thank you, Bethan. And what type of accommodation offers the university, and how long in advance do the students need to reserve the accommodation?
You'd need to reserve your accommodation as soon as possible. So as soon as a student has their unconditional offer letter, they can apply for accommodation. We recommend as soon as possible because we share the accommodation with Anglia Ruskin University, so they can fill up very quickly. It is much easier to cancel your accommodation than it is to book late. So we recommend doing it sooner rather than later. And then if you don't need it anymore, cancel it at a later date.
Yes, that is really important. That the students have to consider that it's important to take your provisions, yes, to have the accommodation.
Yes, definitely.
And Bethan, Can we sum up what faculties has the university, the options that the students have?
Yes, sure. So we obviously that's quite a big question. We have a lot of faculties. We have our arts, humanities, and social sciences faculty. We also have our health, education, medicine, and social care faculty. Sports as well, education. Oh, sorry, I've already mentioned education. And our faculty of science and engineering and business and law. So there is a really, really wide range there. As you probably saw on the course portfolio I showed earlier, in terms of pathways with ARU College, we have one leading into all of those faculties. The degrees might be slightly more limited depending on what the student decides to do, but hopefully that gives you an overall in terms of what we have to offer.
Oh, thank you, Beth, and thank you really for all the questions you help us to answer, and for all this information and the time that you gave us. And it is important for all the students that they have to remember that this is really a good chance. This is the moment to apply if you are interested in studying with Anglia Ruskin University College. Just contact us, and our team will be happy to help you. We are coordinating our work with Bethan, and she will help us too. And don't hesitate that we will be helping you with all the application process. Thank you really, Bethan, for all this help, for all the information you gave us, and I hope we will be in another event like this soon.
Yes, no problem. Just with the ELPT and the accelerated degree courses, for those students who did have questions about that, please do let Global Studies know and they can forward the question on to us and I will get an answer to you. I might just need to speak to some of my colleagues first. But thank you very much. They're very good questions as well.
Well, we are ready to answer your questions. Don't forget, you just have to contact us, and we will be in contact with Bethan too for your applications. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And bye, Bethan, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.